welcome back to Field Notes. I'm Rose. I take advice, test it in real life, and decide whether it belongs in the bin. Today I want to talk about how knackered and frazzled we all are, and the contradictory advice that is levelled at us on Instagram or TikTok. Pick your poison. The doctors, I swear to God, the amount of contradictory stuff from doctors on there, it's insane. Every reel I see has a different doctor telling me what to do about energy. One says coffee, another says coffee's ruining our nervous systems, another says mushroom coffee will save your life. And the next one will say, oh, you just need to microdose some psychedelics and your whole life will be glorious. Oh God, I'm yawning. Jesus, that's on topic. Let's listen to some of them. I also want to say quite early on, the mushroom coffee, it's nootropics, okay? It's not the psychedelics. I will be talking psychedelics, but it's nootropics, which is brain-enhancing adaptogens, I believe. Lion's mane, reishi mushrooms. I should probably look up the pronunciations before we start the podcast. I also want to preface this by saying we're going to have a guest, a genuine guest on today's show. And that guest is my mother, who goes by the name Old Ma. Now, I know some of you will be wanting her to remain as a co-host, but from the off, I'm just going to say it can't happen. She visits like once a month and it's incredibly difficult. Basically, it's never just me and her. We either have children in our face or one of us has children while the other's getting on with stuff. So she can't co-host for everything, but I do want to introduce a new segment called Ask Guru and Granny. Obviously, I think I'm a guru now. So guru's me, Granny is Old Ma. You can send in any question you might have, anything at all, and we will both try and fix your problem. If you don't already know her from my Instagram, hopefully today you will get to know her and see that she brings a far less millennial, sort of boomer. Is she even a boomer? We'll call her a boomer. And she is chronically offline. So I think that's fair. We're going to have a chronically online take and a chronically offline take. So yeah, send in to... Shit, do I even have an email address? Either DM me a question or send it to, hang on. I will say neither of us are licensed psychologists, counsellors. I did do a life coaching course once and a personal training one. What else did I do? I've done a lot of courses and Old Ma's credentials. A life well lived, shall we say. So send your questions in to rosefieldnotespod, all one word, no gubbins, @gmail.com. Okay? It's not a business account. And tell me if you'd like to be anonymous or named. Happy to name check, happy to keep your secrets. But before we meet Old Ma, and before we go into the thick of the episode, just humour me and listen to some of these contrary reels. So we'll start off with an anti-coffee one.
Say, oh, I love my coffee, gets my brain going, gets me up and moving. I said, yeah, that's because it's just created a crisis response. And one writer said it like this: to take coffee to give energy is like taking out a loan to pay off a loan. Eventually there's a deficit, eventually there's nothing left. And what I have found in my many years of helping people, especially women, is women age very, very quickly.
What's that got to do with coffee? Let me just quickly double check who she is. Bloody hell. She's got 2.8 million followers and she's a nutritionist, I think. So not a medical doctor. Let's go to, here we have Dr. Emily Purper. What does she have to say?
Good morning, it's first thing, and I'm drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Cue the comments. I've heard them all. Don't drink coffee first thing on an empty stomach. It spikes your cortisol, it throws your hormones off balance, wreaks havoc with your gut health. Oh, and it's going to leave you shriveled up like a prune because it's dehydrating. Listen, I know there's a lot of scaremongering on here, but please listen to me because my PhD is bigger. For most healthy adults, coffee on an empty stomach is perfectly safe.
So the advice is mixed. Then we have Brian Johnson. Do you know who Brian Johnson is? He is one of my favourite people on the internet. He is this billionaire ginger, although he's now taken so many supplements that his hair has changed colour naturally. Anyway, he's a billionaire. He's fairly young. I think he's like 45 or something. And he's devoting his life and his money to ultimate optimization of himself and finding out how humans can live forever, I think. Anyway, he is so nuts and extreme. I just love him. And he doesn't drink coffee. Listen to this.
Do you drink coffee?
I do not drink coffee.
Why don't you drink coffee?
My emotions and intellect now are so steady from high quality sleep and a good diet and routine exercise that anything that creates a roller coaster of change, I avoid. And so I don't do caffeine, I don't do nicotine, no stimulants, and my mood is just stable all day long. It's beautiful.
Okay, unfortunately can't relate there. My mood is not stable all day long, neither is my energy. But what he does do, what he has recently done, is some very public, I think live streamed mushroom trips, because he reckons that are psychological and physiological benefits to psychedelics. So there's the no caffeine camp, the coffee camp, the nootropic mushroom coffee camp, and the full psychedelic mushroom camp. There's 5 camps. I need to stop saying camp. So I will be trying no coffee, mushroom coffee, and I will be attending a psychedelic workshop. I'm very excited. But for the bulk of today's episode, I'm going to hand it over to a previously recorded episode between myself and Old Ma. I am explaining the premise to her a little bit at the start, and for reference, she's wearing a kind of mad headdress, for those of you that can't see. And also this had to be filmed over 2 days because that is how little time we have together. So I'm just hoping that can make you understand what you're about to listen to. So I'm going to explain to you what's going on, and if you can try to remember. Okay, so we're going to take a modern phenomenon. I know you don't know any, but I'm going to tell them to you, okay? And then we're going to look at the science of it by asking Google or ChatGPT. Do you know what that is? No. Okay, so he's going to be like
Is it a new TV channel?
Yeah. So he's going to be like our podcast boyfriend, and he's here on my side of the table.
I'm not taking anything off clothes-wise. Although I do look good for my age, but I'm just not up for that.
That's fine. It's
In
not
public.
Babe Station.
Okay.
It hasn't come. Once this fails miserably, we'll revisit. Okay. Now, I mean no offence. But if you're going to do that Brian Blessed laugh, I need you to direct it away from the microphone because I do not know how to level the audio. So if you could just, as if you're coughing, just laugh or just away. Okay. Okay. Are we in agreement?
I understand that because I have to do that when I'm close with my lover and I laugh. Not that it's funny, but I'm sometimes aware that I might rupture his eardrum.
Yeah. Well, that's very
So I'll do the
considerate.
same
So if
thing.
you could show us the same.
I'll pretend that I'm underneath Toby right now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say our credentials. My credentials is I'm an anthropologist.
You are so not.
Mummy, listen. If you have a degree in something, are you not that thing?
Not in your case. Because I wrote half your essays.
No, look, right. If the Dean is listening to this, if the Dean of Bristol is listening to this,
Say a different
please
uni.
disregard. This lady is senile. She laugh away from the microphone. And she does have the occasional outburst of hysteria and untruths. So that was an example of that. She did not write half of my essays. She chimed in on a few. Okay, I'm going to be honest because this is a circle of honesty. Okay.
Okay.
She chimed in on a few.
So by chime in, you mean wrote them from start to finish in your voice? So you'd complain when you got like an A-, and I point out that it is in your voice, not mine, which is considerably less eloquent with less
Consider
good
that
spelling.
the second outburst. If you don't know what anthropology is,
That's condescending.
I think a lot of people might not. Mummy, I honestly had to double check yesterday.
Yesterday.
So, anthropology.
Such a twat.
Anthropology is... Okay, you say what you think it is then.
The study of humans and human society.
Yep. Human behaviour and cultural practices, and also like sexual selection. Perhaps I'll introduce you. And we're joined by resident boomer and archaeologist, it's old Ma. Would you like to explain a little bit about archaeology, Ma?
Yes. People stupidly and annoyingly always assume that archaeology is actually paleontology. Archaeology has got stuff all to do with dinosaurs and everything to do with human beings, sex and death in the old days. It's usually before history, and before history means before there was writing down. So it's looking at what human beings were doing by what they've left behind.
Very good.
And the fossil evidence and stuff like that. When I say what they've left behind, I don't mean condoms in the woods.
No.
Although in future times that could be archaeology.
I bet it will be.
I bet it will be. God,
Yeah.
let's hope that they don't do like Jurassic Park DNA and bring back all the perverts.
Yep. Right, you ready? On the docket today, we've psychedelics. Oh, hang on. I didn't tell you what it's called. So the podcast is called Field Notes.
I like
Field
that.
Notes.
That's cool.
We're going to discuss the notes and then give a field report once we've tested out the thing. I'm going to make you drink some mushrooms.
I think I might have brought some mushroom powder for you, actually.
So we both turned up with shrooms. Is that what we're saying?
Headdress magic mushrooms. Well,
Okay.
You said that there was a happening, so I thought,
There is a
okay,
happening. There
bring
is
a
a
headdress and some hallucinogenics.
That's fair enough. Well, look, we're both prepared because we've both bought some to this party.
unbeknownst to the other.
I have bought an over-the-counter. It's not a psychedelic, it is mushroom coffee. What have you bought?
I've also bought a mushroom-based baggie that was prepared for me by a friend.
Okay. Wonderful.
It's totally legal.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. So, psychedelics, the hypothesis is...
There's no hypothesis, it's just true.
Well, fuck me. That's that then. Thanks, guys. The
We're
end.
just primates who evolved on this planet, and on the planet there's lots of plant-based things that we can feed on and feed our heads on. Most of them, in the latter category, make us vomit and are best avoided.
I
my
think...
advice. As a responsible mother and grandmother.
But would you not agree that psychedelics and mushrooms in general have previously been thought of as only for sort of you and your friends? And the
wouldn't hog
modern
them.
mother down at Next and Marks and Spencer's, you wouldn't think that she had started her day with a mushroom coffee.
No, I would not.
Well, guess again.
Really?
Because that is what's occurring.
That's pretty hardcore,
Yeah.
because I'm too scared to do that.
Well, today's the day we... I got you a new mug to try it.
Hey, that's...
See?
Is that the Green Man?
It is.
Is that mine to take home?
No, you have to leave it here. Now, the research is this. Listen to this, Mummy. Have you ever heard of this? If you haven't heard of this, you dumb fuck.
That's
I
so
win
sweet.
at archaeology and anthropology.
You don't know.
Have you
Making it
heard of
up.
this? Tell the truth now. Don't just say yes if you haven't.
I always tell the truth.
The stoned ape theory.
I have not heard of that, but I have been out with one or two.
Okay, well, the stoned ape theory is they think, I'm not sure who, but
Experts.
thems thinks that psychedelics might have helped early humans to actually develop complex language and cognition. So that was the bridge from just being like, lick the mushroom, lick the
Lick the
frog.
mushroom and come out with, shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Yeah, all the neurotransmitters and neural pathways expand, and all of a sudden, we're having a chat.
I've got to say, this absolutely bonkers example exemplifies what I love about archaeology. Everybody who does it is or was a toker, and they're just coming up with absolute boulder dash and postulating it as a theory, building a career on it, getting grants for writing research papers. Can we go and do a field study on it? Yes, we can. I just think it's a brilliant idea. It's totally like impossible to disprove it. So they can just talk about it for years, teach it to their students, think
That's
about
true.
it. It's a great, lovely idea. Is it true? I don't know. Let me hark back to many decades ago when I was last riding a hallucinogenic trip. Did it make me more eloquent? I don't think it did. I think it just made me talk absolute balderdash.
Hang on a minute. I think
I
we
was
should.
a prawn.
Sorry, I'm just going to have to interject there. For the sake of any potential future sponsorships, Old Ma, again, she's got confused. She is in her senior years and she's got confused. Now, I think she's talking about a friend of hers.
No, actually,
yes, no,
I'm not.
I think you are. I think you are.
I think
okay.
we need to bring some honesty into the world of the internet.
No, listen. Gusto and HelloFresh don't want to hear about your bad trip, okay? So what I'm going to say is this. If you need to refer to anything that is not ad-friendly, then we use... Okay, so Helen, your alter ego can be Melon. And mine shall be Dozy. Okay? So, Melon had a few bad trips in their time.
Yeah. This is another one. Do you know, I'm only subjecting myself to this humiliation so that you come on bargain hunt with me for Grandma before she dies. And you fucking promise now, so you cannot go back on it.
Don't make me wear... I don't know which colour's worse on me.
Are we going to go for the red fleece or the blue fleece? I was watching it earlier and somebody had quite a good scarf on with the blue fleece, which
You're allowed
sort
scarves?
of offset it. Yes.
How big can the scarf be?
Whatever you like. Some people wear personality hats. I could even wear my folkloric headdress. What do you think?
Okay, if I can wear like a large capelet, I will 1000% go on with you.
I don't think you can wear a capelet over the fleece.
But so where was this person wearing their scarf?
Inside the collar.
Inside the collar. Fuck. Why are they so militant about their fleeces, man?
I think we could work around
Do you
them.
think?
Yeah.
Okay, apply.
I'm going to apply.
So anyway, should Melon and Dozy drink mushrooms now? That's the question. I think we should save our mushrooms for tomorrow because it's not good to mix beverages. And right now I have what's this, a frozen margarita?
It is a margarita. I've got a stunt margarita because I'm going to do the school run in half an hour. I just want to say, I don't think we should be doing mushrooms before we have to drive the kids about.
The thing is, I don't think we should be doing your mushrooms before we have to drive the kids about, but my mushrooms are perfectly safe.
We could try my mushrooms at bedtime.
I'm not trying your mushrooms at bedtime. Okay? I'm not trying your
Although
mushrooms
we
at
could
bedtime.
still be tripping in the morning for the school run.
You can forget. Anyway, so within this coffee, we have, oh, bloody hell, there's quite a lot. Lion's mane, cordyceps, chaga, maca, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of mushrooms in this.
Sounds like there's a lot of Billy bullshit in it as well. Are you sure it doesn't just have a placebo effect
No.
for all you
Well, I tell you
over-anxious
what,
millennials?
We'll find out. So I'm going to make you up a little blend now and we'll see if it gives you any kind of buzz.
Okay.
This isn't an ad. They probably want no affiliation with us. But
Space goods.
it kind of matches your outfit. It's called Rainbow Dust. It's a mushroom and adaptogen super blend.
We used to have rainbow dust in the 70s as a confection. I used to buy it from the sweet shop.
I think I used to have Rainbow Dust. Was it in a really long tube and it had the different colours of sugar going down and I would
Yes.
pour the tube like that?
Yes.
God, I loved that.
Yes.
Oh, what a thrill. For the once a year I was allowed refined sugar. Supposedly, it's going to unlock creativity, heal trauma, and improve your focus.
What a lot of bollocks.
Listen, I can vouch for this. I've taken
Can
this.
you? Has it
a few
healed your
times.
trauma?
No.
Has it healed the trauma of popping out of my body?
No. But do you know, to heal that trauma,
Yeah.
you can go a little further than the over-the-counter stuff. Go to an ayahuasca retreat.
Oh, come on.
When-
We're not Gwyneth Paltrow.
No, I don't think
It's-
she does that, you know.
Doesn't
I think
she?
I
She
don't,
just makes candles that smell like a twat.
Yes. But an ayahuasca retreat, you actually supposedly have like so you rewind your life. Okay, so you take the ayahuasca, which I think is in liquid form. I think. It's some kind of drink.
They give you some cider.
It's not cider, it's some kind of bark powder. You swallow it. You begin to purge, like
Vomit
and
shit your pants.
Yes. Then
And you're paying for this experience.
Yes, I think it's thousands.
Right.
Then you go into your mind brain. So you're curled on the floor in the fetal position and
We've all been
see
there.
a video of yourself. You go back in time. It's like, you know, when you die.
Oh,
and
yes.
you go back, you
Like
see everything
I
that's
am
happened
now.
and your life goes back in reverse and you
Right.
see yourself being born, apparently.
Right. Like that shit Coldplay video where Chris Martin walked and sang backwards and everybody said he's a genius, but actually he's an utter bore.
Yes, like that one.
Okay.
But that's what happens if you take ayahuasca.
Right.
It's not what happens if you take this mushroom coffee. We will find out what happens. But yeah, supposedly everyone's taking this to improve focus and cheer up and
Hopefully not shit their pants.
hopefully not shit their pants. Right, I'm going to start assembling a drink now
Okay.
for us to try so that we can see how it works out over
Yeah.
the next hour. But whilst I start making the drink, would you like to fill us in with any prior experience you have with mushrooms or psychedelics?
Melon,
Melon, your friend.
My
Helen's
friend.
friend Melon, yeah.
she used to pick mushrooms, and as long as she was outside, it usually went pretty well. There was one bad time when Melon and her friends were being chased by some pretty docile cows, probably, but it was frightening at the time. And one of the friends leapt in his sheer terror and panic, leapt over a barbed wire fence and cut his hand. We all gathered around the pouring, gushing wound, and we couldn't judge it in our tripping state. We couldn't decide whether it just needed a plaster.
Sorry, Melon couldn't decide.
Melon couldn't ascertain whether it just needed a plaster or an emergency call to A&E. But I think at the end of the day we just wrapped it up with dock leaves. So right now my child she's mixing up some mushroom tea. I brought something to this party. Would you like to see it right now?
Yeah.
So a friend of Melon's has he has a legit company making all these psychotropics, and I'm holding it up to the camera now for all the listeners at home. I mean, this obviously isn't the packaging. This is an under-the-counter bit. What does it say on it? I can't read it without my specs.
Mummy, I can't put this in. We have got the school run. Okay, for those that cannot see this, I have been handed an unlabelled, I'd like to say baggie, but actually it's incredibly large.
Well,
it's one of the largest baggies I've ever had the misfortune of holding. It's also very warm. Has that been in your pocket? A warm baggie?
it's been tucked in my bra just in case we get busted.
Okay, so this warm baggie here, I'm going to smell it. That
Yes.
smells actually largely like
you
cocoa
see,
powder.
it smells like cocoa.
Yeah.
I'm tasting it.
Oh dear.
Tastes like cocoa.
You've been.
I've been had.
Yeah.
Do you know what? First time I ever bought weed, I think it was Weetabix or something like that.
Yeah, you've been done. You've been done. This tastes a lot like,
You might get a sugar rush
not even
from it.
cocoa, it tastes like a dairy milk hot chocolate.
Hang on.
You've been sold a large baggie of hot
I
chocolate.
think I'm coming up.
Let's try the real stuff. Okay, no,
Okay.
firstly, I want to just say, because I am quite confused personally with the psychedelics healing trauma, etc.
Yeah, in my book, psychedelics bring on trauma.
Yeah.
They more than facilitate trauma, they bring it about because you do stupid things, your brain gets confused, you think you're a prawn, you're very open to suggestions that you are a prawn.
Why are you so obsessed with being peeled when you're high?
Everybody had a really bad trip.
Right.
Went into a spiral of hell, crustacean-based hell, which is one of the worst kinds.
Speaking of bad trips, we'll see if you think you can swallow it.
Should I drink noisily for sound effects?
You drink noisily anyway. How's that? What's the tasting notes?
Delicious.
Do you want hazelnut cream in it?
No.
Okay.
It's thick. It's a lovely velvety, silky texture. Tastes a bit like a sort of nice bedtime drink. It's not malty,
but there are tasting notes of sort of cindered wood in it. You know that lovely smell or taste of sort of burnt sawdust? It's a bit like that.
Burnt sawdust.
Charred sawdust. It's really nice. By the way, did you know I've started having Horlicks at bedtime?
No, you haven't.
Genuinely.
Oh my God.
So Aunt Julia messaged me the other day, or said to me, she said, I'm going to the supermarket. Do you need anything? And I said, yes, I need some stuffing, sage and onion stuffing and some Horlicks. And I thought, Christ, what's happened to my life? That is the shopping list of an old bag, isn't it? Stuffing and Horlicks.
But hang on a minute. Who's introduced you? Who's got you hooked on Horlicks?
Toby has got me hooked on Horlicks.
Oh my God, you're in an old person relationship now.
I don't think it's old.
Oh, I don't think it's old, French. Oh.
We are on the job every night and most mornings.
Jesus.
Genuinely.
So where does the Horlicks fit into this routine?
Before the sex.
You drink Horlicks before coitus?
Yes.
That's so foul. That's
Why?
so foul.
We brush our teeth. Then sometimes we pop downstairs for a lovely sort of post-coital liqueur of Cointreau. We're living the dream. We're living the dream of like 1970s.
Hang on.
Sex
So it goes
athletes.
Horlicks, Bunk Up, Cointreau.
Yeah,
Surely, why not do Cointreau, Bunk Up, Horlicks?
we do. Well, I think Horlicks afterwards is a lot of fluid to take on.
Anyway,
this is too personal. Don't
Yeah.
put this in.
I'm putting the Horlicks, Bunk Up, Cointreau in. You can forget that. That's going in. Okay. So, well, perhaps. I wonder if Horlicks will
Sponsor us.
sponsor us. Horlicks, if you're listening.
Horlicks is a very good, I was going to say aphrodisiac for the grandparents' generation, but we don't need an aphrodisiac.
Oh, okay, man.
Because we are making hay while the sun shines. Let
Right,
me just
you know
throw
how-
this out
right,
there
okay.
for all the over 50s listening. No, I should actually say probably for all the over 20s listening. For all the 20s to 50s listening, don't panic about sex because the older you get, the better it gets and the more you do it.
What's happening now?
In my
Okay, listen,
experience.
Horlicks, if you would like to rebrand, okay, I can't promise you that it won't be a Jaguar Land Rover disaster rebrand, but you could take a chance. Everyone will be talking about it.
Yeah.
You could rebrand, you could have maybe just a tiny little pivot, perhaps on TikTok.
Hey, that's a good idea.
What are our rates?
I mean, I'll do it for free. I don't
Okay,
care.
no, don't listen to that. We will charge 1,000 English pounds, Horlicks, okay?
Okay.
No more, no less. And we will do you a
We'll just do you.
30-second rebrand advert. So yeah, slide into our DMs if
Yeah.
you're interested.
We could do, like, if it's 30 seconds, we could do a 10 minutes of Toby and I drinking the Horlicks, 10 minutes of, like, lots of rumpy pumpy under the duvet. It's a silk duvet, so that would look sexy. And then 10 minutes of Cointreau, 10 seconds of Cointreau,
Yeah,
sorry.
what's this 10 minutes,
Sorry.
10 minutes business?
Well,
Okay, so what, 10 seconds
10 seconds
drink
drink
the Horlicks?
Horlicks, 10 seconds rumpy pumpy under the silk duvet, 10 seconds with the Cointreau, and then Cointreau can sponsor us as well.
Okay, yeah. Cointreau, it's also, the offer's out 1,000 English pounds. I like that idea. I'm not sure about the sheets though, because you know Love Island used to actually show the sheets moving.
Yeah.
They've had to remove that.
Have they?
Yeah, because of
That's because they're
mental
all
health.
underage.
They're not
Our
underage.
mental health is absolutely 100% solid. I can tell you that now.
I mean, I'd say that's debatable.
No,
but-
we're long in the tooth.
Okay. So, can you feel anything yet?
Just general elation at being alive.
Well, that's good. Is that since swallowing the space goods?
It could well be. I do feel a bit excited inside, but it could be because I've been thinking about my Horlicks Bunk Up Cointreau that I've got to look forward to when I go home.
Utterly foul.
How do you feel now on your...
It takes I think it takes another 10 minutes.
What will happen then when we just start dancing to the doors?
Unfortunately not. This is more, I think, in comparison to coffee, Okay, so let's say I do a double espresso versus this. Well, I'll be honest, normally I put this into a double espresso. When I do that,
such a hardcore drug taker.
when I do that, I am buzzing.
Are you?
I am power walking around the house. And if I was to do Wordle after that,
it in one.
and it was like nationally tested and there was a drug, that would be in the banned list because I'm so sharp.
Okay, I know now. I recognise what you're talking about. So when you've drunk your strong drink, it's when you turn into an even bigger dickhead.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but Mummy, I swear to God. Let's say I start Wordle. I'm not going to lie and say I get it in one.
Yes.
But I'm getting it in two after this. We should do a test. Oh, bollocks, my phone's filming this. Have you got your phone?
Yes.
Okay, get it.
I have started Wordle today.
no.
But you can carry on with it because I'm stuck. And all my Wordle group have done it.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay, there you are.
Let me just channel the shrooms. Hang on.
She's got no clue whatsoever.
I have.
She's got no clue whatsoever.
Okay, I don't think the coffee's hit yet, so I'm just going to look at that a bit
Yeah,
more.
pause it. Press pause.
And at the end, when the coffee's really hit, then
You're
I'm going
gonna
to do
smash
now.
it.
Yeah, let me have one attempt.
Longy. A longy. Nice.
Right, it's not hit yet.
Clearly not.
Genuinely, do you know anyone who seems to be benefiting from psychedelics?
The people who put some mushroom powder into cocoa and sell it for £100 a jar, they're benefiting from psychedelics.
Apart from them, any of your friends from yesteryear, do any of them seem okay?
I would say no. Most of my friends, most of Melon's friends from psychedelic yesteryear are either dead or ruined individuals. They weren't taking it in a controlled capacity. They were just going into the fields in the autumn and picking mushrooms and eating them, or making horrible brew and tripping. So, but I mean, I do know, and I have read articles in the newspaper that psilocybin and some other psychedelics are really good at alleviating depression. And I actually do know somebody, Melon's got a very arty friend who microdoses with magic mushrooms, and she is on fire and
So you
loving
do?
life. I do.
Great.
That's true, I do.
Okay. And how often does she do that?
A lot.
Right.
I mean, not every day, but, you know,
And
if she's got something on or just feels like it in general, I think she does a lot.
could you define then, I think you might be confused by the term microdosing. So it would be literally, like, you know, homeopathic vibes. It's literally a tiny...
Let's not talk about homeopathy.
Okay, so let's say for you, it's getting an unlikely stamp to help.
Yeah, I mean, I
Focus.
don't like doing any of that anymore.
No.
I like to have, my mind is as clear as a bell.
Okay, let's say you needed a little more focus for the day. Let's say you had to write an essay.
I could just dash an essay off, no problem.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you do
Yes.
pre-Wordle? What do you do?
Wake up, open my phone, do Wordle. Have a cup of tea.
Right. So just the Earl Grey does it for you.
Oh, no, I don't usually have the tea first. I just wake up and do it. Sometimes I do it. Well, I don't know. I don't have a plan. It just happens when it happens.
Let's keep on topic.
Okay.
So, right. Do you think it's better to take psychedelics indoors or outdoors?
Oh, outdoors, 100%. Never take them indoors. It's too intense. And there's no nature. Nature is the saviour of all of us when we're tripping or when we're not tripping, I would say. Because when you're outside, you can lie in the grass and either look up at the clouds and marvel at those, or turn your head around and look into the grass and look at the mosses and all the tiny creatures. If you're young enough that you don't need glasses to see up close, Like now that would be tricky for me because I'd have to put my specs on, and then I'd be freaked out about the specs. Oh no, they've like grown into my face, or something like that. Yeah. It would be weird.
Yeah.
But without that happening, it's just amazing. I remember once on Breeden Hill, Melon was like really amazed. She must have spent about 3 hours just looking at moss.
Okay, it's just me again. So that was old Ma. I hope you enjoyed spending that time with her. So a reminder, if you have any questions for her and for me, you can ask Guru and Granny. We will be ready for you next week. Oh, and I'm going to go away and cane the mushroom coffee this week. Have a coffee-free day. Do you know what? I'm not. I know what happens when I have a coffee-free day. I get a massive migraine. So forget that. I'm going to up my dose on the mushroom coffee and stick to it. And I'm going to attend the psychedelic and ayahuasca workshop. The other thing is I usually have my last coffee at 12, which means I'm really struggling by 4. But if I have the coffee later than that, I'm up all night. So I want to test having the mushroom coffee a bit later, perhaps 2, and see if I can still go to sleep. I know already from having mushroom coffee, it's definitely better than normal coffee in terms of brain function, sharpness of thought. Might not come across on here, but I'm telling you now it is better. Anyway, I will link some of the ones I've tried in the show notes. God, this is getting professional. I mean, apart from sort of the whole of this episode. But I think it's getting there. Is it getting there? Oh yeah, podcast update. You are going to have to be my business coaches now. I'm also going to change the art because it definitely is confusing. So I'm thinking to do it like half me split in 2 with my phone on one side with notifications going off and the other side more with a book or something. Do we think that's good? Is that going to be more obvious as to what's going on? Anyway, I'm going to make some using Canva and potentially paying someone 50 quid on Fiverr and put it on my stories. So please, when you see it, can you do a rating and vote when I put it up? Right. I will see you on Friday with the results.